That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday Fun Day, and we are live in the alley with Billy Trzynski and Josh Savali. Let's go, Buffalo! Sunday afternoon in the alley. Girls, boys, and bills at Downtown Brew. Ballet. Prognostications and various jokes. We're so glad you're alive in the alley.
You were going for with the high five thing.
I wasn't either.
Okay. You want to tell your joke now?
Sevo, yes.
Okay.
Why did head coach Sean McDermott tackle the telephone?
Why did he tackle the telephone? Why?
Because he wanted his quarterback.
Oh, it's a payphone joke.
Ah! We're big on payphone jokes here at Live
In the Alley! Sorry about the joke.
Please apologize now. They don't have any glasses.
People don't even know what a payphone is.
No.
Sorry.
If you know what a payphone is, smash that like button. Did you watch the game last week?
Yes.
The Bills game.
Yes, they won.
Okay.
Not a bad game.
No.
Well, it was a bad game if you're a Pittsburgh fan.
You know, you're right. It was not a good game if you were a Pittsburgh fan.
It was great. Only 98 yards.
It's great if you like the Bills on offense.
Yeah.
And Gabe Davis just saying, hey, remember me? I can still do this. Craziness. That was awesome.
It was great.
The Bills win 38-3.
That's it.
At home, they've given up 10 points in 2 home games. And both scoring drives by the other teams, they scored on their first drive of the game and then never again since.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty good. The Bills' point differential is an astounding plus 91. The Eagles are in second place at like plus 47. Mm-hmm. I mean, winning 38-3 and blowing some teams out will do that for you, but that's still crazy. It's they're back, baby, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
they're not back. They have arrived.
Yeah. There's my mom. Hi, Sue. She's here to watch us just making fools of ourselves on TV. Couple cool things about the game. There's a game of firsts. Many firsts in the game. Do you know any of them?
No.
Well, perfect opportunity to tell you what the firsts were. Khalil Shakir, first NFL touchdown.
Oh, yes.
James Cook, first NFL touchdown. Ka'ir Elam, first NFL interception. And a guy that we drafted the same year as Gabe Davis, Isaiah Hodgins, finally gets his first NFL reception.
Good to see him out there.
And make a play. And he even said after the game, all that work and fighting through the injuries and the Bills sticking with me, he gets in and makes a play. It was cool. Good for him.
I don't think he'll get more run, but...
No.
Because everyone's getting healthy.
Well, that was the next thing I was going to go to. The Bills' health, comparatively, since the second game of the year has been oof. And getting healthy at the right time kind of deal, but they are. Coming into today's game against the Chiefs, I mean, you're looking at probably no Jordan Phillips and, what did we just say, Christian Benford, just for precautionary reason, but everyone else, other than Jake Kumaro and Crowder, are going to be in.
It's not a bad time to get healthy.
No. I mean, no.
We're playing a decent team.
Yeah, a team you probably want to be the healthiest against.
Yeah.
Even though it's only week 6, but... Anything else on this note here? Allen was good last week. You know, Allen has more total yards than 25 NFL.
I saw that. That is ridiculous.
Steve-O said that the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I thought it was like 13. And then it's like, no, it jumped from one week to the other to 25. He has more yards than 25 teams, so write that down, which I did.
That's because he's 85% of the offense.
And my mom brought presents.
Go give it to him.
Oh.
Now
I would like to wish Billy a happy birthday.
I bring presents.
And
Jesus. Yeah, 25. Can you believe it?
He's 25 already.
Yeah. I got to open. Sue,
Open it now.
I'm trying to do a show.
It's part of the show.
Oh, it's part of the show.
We are not going to sing that happy birthday song they sing to everyone.
Oh, Jesus.
Happy birthday to Billy. Oh! It is great.
Oh, my goodness. We are now firm little people believers. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that rules.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Before I get up.
Yeah. All right. That is amazing. Well, thanks, Mom. She's crying. I'm crying.
I'm crying. You can't see it.
Well, yeah, because I gave you the glasses.
Oh, how great.
Oh,
That is great.
cool. And they're wearing the red jerseys, aren't they? Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Well, now we got more mascots.
Yeah.
And a loud truck. Anyway, speaking of a
The
team,
show is going on.
speaking of a team in red, remember what happened the last time we played the Chiefs? Everyone was happy. That's about it. Well,
Almost. Until, well, never mind.
you want to say
We
it?
don't want to talk.
No,
No,
we
I
don't
don't
have
want
to talk about it.
I
It
don't
was
wanna
a
talk
good
about
game.
It was a great game.
And the regular season game last year was also great.
I think we whooped them.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we traveled to Arrowhead for the 8th time in the last 2 years, it seems like anyway.
We're going there next year,
Next
too.
year, yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll have to come here in the playoffs this year. We're just sick of going to Kansas City.
Yeah, they'll be here in January.
I hope so.
Well, if we win today, that
This is one of them things, you're right. It sets up the season down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got a lot to say about it. I mean, if we keep
I
thinking about the playoff game.
I know. Get it out of here.
I know. Speaking of getting out, we want one guy to come in
Oh,
so he can give us the lowdown on that team from Kansas City. Kansas City.
them chefs.
How do you spell it? I before E or
Except after she.
neighbor and way? Jeez, I don't know how to spell. It's time for Jives!
With Jimmy!
Crowded Jim's spot. Oh. All right, we're going to do the lead.
He's a pretty smart guy.
Fellas, talk about Kansas City yet again.
No.
All right, let's go back to 2012.
Whoa. In the way back.
Wayback Machine. What was going on in 2012? The
That
Chiefs.
was when Billy was 25.
Ah, nice. Damn it, I've been had.
Well, the Chiefs were going 2-14, tied with Jacksonville as the worst team in the NFL. 2013 season, hired Andy Reid as their head coach. Since then, the Chiefs have dominated the AFC West, perennially been one of the top teams in the AFC. Since that 2-14 season, they've been in the playoffs 8 of the last 9 years. AFC West Division champs the past 6 years straight. 4 straight AFC Championship games, of which they've had home field advantage. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl win. Today they come in 4-1, usual spot, first place in their division.
They're pretty good.
Not bad.
Well,
Not a
their
bad body of
division
work.
is not as good as I thought they would be.
Not yet, anyway. Well,
We don't know.
yeah.
Well, last week on Monday night, Chiefs played a nail-biter versus the Raiders. You could make the case, started the game, they were looking past the Raiders to Buffalo because they were down 17-0 in the second quarter. Raiders also led 20-10 at the half. Third quarter, Kansas City scored a pair of touchdowns to take the lead 24-20. Raiders kicked the field goal, making it KC 24-23. Traded touchdowns, but both teams failed to convert on 2-point conversions, giving us our final score of Kansas City 30, Vegas 29.
If you're Vegas at that time and you're going into the game, were they 1-4?
Yes.
1-3.
3.
1-3.
1-3.
One win, let's put it that way.
Right. Is that the right call instead of, they could tie the game with an extra point. Was that the right call going
say
for a
so,
2-point
yeah.
conversion? Like that's your season right there.
If you're Vegas,
Plus you're
I
playing-
wouldn't bet on it.
Thank you.
Plus you're playing in Vegas at home.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, that game was in Arrowhead.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I stand corrected.
So on the road, it's a bigger risk. I thought it was the right call. If your team is, with the record you had, why not? What the hell? You got to lose. You were winning the game 20-0 anyway, or 17-0.
17-0. Well,
Yeah.
in that game, the Chiefs were aided by a rare penalty call versus the Raiders. I don't know if you saw this one. Fourth quarter, Chiefs have it 4th and 14, going for a field goal. Field goal no good. Referee Carl Cheffers calls defensive holding on the Raiders, giving Kansas City a first down. They went and scored a touchdown. Now, why did I say that was a rare penalty call?
Because it's never heard of.
The last time a team was flagged for defensive holding on the opposing team's field goal attempt, 7 years ago. December 24th, 2015. Who was it against?
The Bills.
The Raiders.
Damn. Oh.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Who was the ref for that game?
Oh, Sheffers.
Carl
Come on.
Jeffers. I kid you not. I looked it up.
Oh,
You can
this
find the
is
stats on
Is
that.
that defensive holding on the field goal? Is that because you grab like the offensive lineman and move him out of the way?
Exactly, yeah.
And then let another guy go by?
Yep.
That's bullet. Who cares about that?
It was called.
Also,
But-
he didn't really do it.
No?
No.
Aaron says it didn't even happen.
Like, the guy came off the ball and came out to him. Like, there was no
Oh,
pulling
my
of it at all.
goodness.
It was a terrible call.
Not to go along with the terrible roughing the passer crap call in that game, too.
Anyways, back to Kansas City. Past 3 weeks, I brought up quarterbacks setting some type of record the previous game against the Bills, or prior to playing the Bills. Now it's tight end Travis Kelce versus the Raiders. Kelce had 7 receptions, a total of 25 yards. Not exactly historical, but 4 touchdowns. That sets the record for least amount of yardage by a player who had 4 touchdown receptions in a game.
Wow. Doesn't that also 4 receptions on Monday Night Football, touchdown receptions? Isn't that some sort of mark?
It is the most in a primetime game since Randy Moss did it in 2007
With
on a Sunday Night Football game.
no. Why do I
against
keep
the
bringing
Bills.
this stuff up?
You brought it up, man.
Thanks a lot, Billy.
Really, Josh? On my birthday?
That was yesterday.
Oh, fine.
That least amount of yardage record. The previous holder was Marvin Jones of Detroit, who caught 4 touchdowns in a game with only 93 receiving yards. So I can't see anybody getting less than
It's not even
25.
close.
No.
For the season, Travis Kelce tied for 6th in receiving in the league, leads the league with 7 touchdown receptions, 1st in the league in scoring with 44 points. Now, Nick Chubb, running back for the Browns, has same amount of touchdowns, but Kelsey's got a 2-point conversion to egg on
Of course he does. I just hate that guy's face. Kelsey, what do you think about his face, Josh?
I hate him.
Good.
His face or just everything?
No, just his face.
Everything about him. He's too good.
Yeah. He's just big. He's like Gronkowski, but good. Well, they're both
Well, yeah, I don't know.
good. Never mind.
Smarter?
Smarter than Gronk?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen him? I don't like his face.
He does less commercials, so I don't see his face that often.
No, I agree. Less commercial.
Well, going with the scoring, Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes leads the league with 15 touchdown passes. Surprising on the breakdown, no Tyreek Hill now. So Kansas City's wide receiver core is Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez, Valdez, Scantling,
Oh, gotta love a 3-part name.
Mecole Hardman. Of his 15 TDs, only 2 have gone to wide receivers. 4 to running backs, 9 to the tight end. 7 to Kelsey, and backup Jody Fortson has caught 2 as well.
Of course. Who
Over-
doesn't score for that team?
Not
Yeah.
just in, go ahead.
Nothing.
Not only in touchdowns, but there's been an overall lack of production from Kansas City's wide receivers. Comparison, Stephon Diggs, 3rd in the league in receptions. Kansas City's highest, Juju Smith-Schuster, he's 29th.
And he has a little case of the dropsies. He dropped a couple on Monday night.
Now, as far as scoring offense, KC is number 1, averaged 31.8 points per game. Buffalo number 2, 30.4. On the defense, Kansas City is 3rd best in the league against the run, 24th against the pass.
We don't run anyways.
So, yeah,
I don't care.
plays right into Buffalo's hands. The Chiefs have the worst red zone defense in the league. When teams get inside Kansas City's 20, they're scoring a touchdown 80% of the time.
Okay. We scored no touchdowns from the red zone last week.
You didn't need to.
All 4 were outside. Whatever.
Way outside.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at their defense in last week's game versus Las Vegas, although their run defense is third best, they did give up 154 rushing yards to Raiders running back Josh Jacobs, and Devontae Adams had 124 yards receiving. And the Raiders did score on 6 of their 9 possessions. 3 big injuries for the Chiefs defense today.
Oh, yeah.
Out for today's game is safety Brian Cook with concussion, corner Rashad Fenton with a hamstring injury, and defensive tackle Tershawn Wharton tore his ACL Monday night.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, notice I slowed down with that one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Their special teams gets a boost today. Return of kicker Harrison Butker. He's been out since week 1 with a sprained ankle, suffered versus Arizona.
He's back?
Yeah.
He's back. And the Chiefs only lost the season.
I
was
like
against
him in the Butker.
Okay, Chiefs only lost the season was versus the Colts, where they lost 20-17. In that game, their temporary kicker Matt Amendola missed a field goal and extra point that would have gave Kansas City a 21-20 win. He was canned after that. They brought in Matthew Wright to be their kicker, and he missed 2 field goals Monday night versus Las Vegas.
More like Matthew Wrong.
Exactly. Probably went to Perdon't.
Way to sneak that one in there.
As you were saying earlier, Kansas City and Buffalo, familiar foes, played each other in regular season playoffs past 2 years. Both teams 4-1 coming into today. Only 2 teams in the AFC at 4-1. Kansas City has played tight games this season. 3 out of their 5 games decided by 3 points or less. Yep. Buffalo is favored today. Yes, really. That is significant because Patrick Mahomes has never been a home underdog in his career. He has been an underdog 8 times, and of those 8 times, he went 6-2 outright. And in those 2 losses, Kansas City still put up 40 points in one and 51 in the other.
Would that 51 be that crazy Rams game?
Yeah, it was a Monday night crazy, like right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finish off with one last note. This is not a prediction or anything, but just what has happened. Last 2 times Kansas City has started 4-1, they've gone to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Scott's got it. Shut up, Jim.
And that's it for the Chiefs for me.
Hey, Jimmer! All right. Know your Chief, Jim.
Fire away, fire away.
Mahomes.
Texas Tech.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
LSU.
Byron Pringle.
Byron Pringle.
Ooh.
Sounds like a chip.
Curveball.
Minnesota.
Kansas State.
Yeah, close enough.
Mecole, my heel hurts me so much, Hardman.
Florida.
Ooh, another SEC school.
Mississippi State.
No. Oh, you can list them off if you want, because it's Georgia.
Hey, all right. Close enough.
Boy, we got Jimmer good on that
those
one.
are tough, though.
2 and 4. They are, yeah, those are kind of obscure.
Yeah.
Where did Juju go to school?
USC.
I didn't even have that one written down, and you got
Well, I'm
it.
3 out of 5.
Yep. He's right.
You know, one other thing, talking about like the health of the Bills and Mahomes and all this jazz. Last year in the regular season contest, the Bills didn't blitz Mahomes once and contained him. In the playoffs, they blitzed him, I think, 3 or 4 times, and you just can't blitz the guy. Anytime you blitz him over 25% in a game, he will torch you. He's just so good.
Our line's better this year.
Kelsey.
Rushing was 4.
Right. You don't. It seems like you
The
don't.
line's better.
Their interior offensive line is excellent. Their
Ridiculous.
offense and their 2 guards, their 2 tackles are both trash. So use your speed on the
And
outside.
Well, they're injured, too.
Yeah. Or an Orlando Brown or whatever. He stinks.
Well, if you look at the AFC Championship game last year, first half, Cincinnati was rushing everybody. Kansas City had the lead. Mahomes was lighting it up. Second half, they dropped 8 in coverage and only rushed 3, and that's when Cincinnati came back and won.
Yep. Well, the Bills tried that, almost something like that in that regular season game on like a Monday afternoon a couple of years ago. Said, if you're going to, we'll take away the pass.
Run.
If you want to try
They
to run
said
against us,
run,
run.
yes.
So they did, and they beat us. And it was like, oh, crap. But we have better talent now, kind of all around defensively.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it. No questions from me. Only questions from Double A. Because it's time for Q&A. So many different ways to say that.
Are you ready to play with the
Oh, hi. Tighten up.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Double A.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey,
we
thanks.
missed you.
Thanks for letting me come back.
You don't like the setup, Mom?
The
I saw you shaking your head at something.
the show was so good last week, I thought for sure you were just going to say,
We don't need him.
Yeah. But then I realized there's a song, so I kind of have to, right?
Yeah, Scott didn't want to, we want to, be proud of Scott and his music and not give
He's
him a
got to
reason.
keep collecting the royalties.
Yeah, yes, all the royalties.
All right, so this is what I want to do today.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
We'll tell
That's
you how
how
the show's going to go.
I've written down a few of the greatest to ever play their position. I want you to pick your favorite and pick a player from today's game that compares to them.
This is like a homework assignment.
A little bit, yes.
Oh, brother.
Yes.
Well, you should have told us beforehand.
Well, that's not how this is done.
I know.
I'm asking questions.
Yeah.
Surprising.
What the hell?
All right. So we'll start with an easier one. We'll do the quarterbacks first. So I've got Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Otto Graham, Dan Marino, Drew Brees.
Otto Graham. I really got a good one to compare to him.
Otto Graham did win like 9 out of 10 years, like championships, something to that effect.
He was very good.
Yeah. I don't know. So I got to pick one and compare somebody. Like, who'd my favorite out of those be, I guess, would be the
Yes.
thing?
It doesn't need to be the best player. I want your favorite.
Otto Graham.
Okay. and then give me a player that that compares to him.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. I can see that.
Somebody else try it.
I don't know who Otto Graham is.
Oh, sorry. He was going to put Y.A. Tittle down, but he didn't want any giggles out of the show. Jimmy, you want to take a crack at it?
Montana,
Yeah.
and who he compares with. When you say today's game, are you saying just Bills, Kansas City, or just overall?
No, anybody in the league.
All right, well, I will go Bills, Kansas City, Mahomes. Come back.
Yeah.
Winner. That's what Montana was. He was a
Exactly.
winner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm passing.
I don't know if that's an option. Don't piss him off.
All right. Well, how about we try?
Put Otto Graham in here.
I did. Yeah.
I've heard of him.
All right. How about we do wide receiver? These are names that you'll know.
Oh, is the galloping ghost going to be in there? What the hell?
Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, Marvin Harrison.
If you wanted to go specific, like, I'm not saying Harrison's my favorite, but I think he's an easier guy to relate a lot of today's wide receivers to that aren't totally built on speed. He was such a great possession receiver and so good with his hands. You could do like a Diggs comparison with him. I mean, Diggs is so aware of what's going on in the field and where he is, and Harrison was the same way. He never dropped the ball. He always came in with 2 even if he could run by a guy, he was more interested in securing the football and just moving the ball down the field. And he had the big playability too.
I'm going to say Calvin Johnson, the best wide receiver that was never seen because he played in Detroit.
Right. So is there a wide receiver that's in that same kind of situation? That you don't see a whole lot?
Everyone in
is very
Cincinnati, because
What
they
about
suck this year.
what about Minnesota?
Justin Jefferson?
Well, I'll
Like
take
that's
him.
that's a
He's another one. Yeah, he's
stuck
like
with
the
Kirk
same.
Cousins.
And they're dominant players. Like Jefferson's dominant. Jamar Chase is awesome, but is Burrow ever going to really be? He can't stay upright. So they're, like you said,
He
a
takes
hidden
more
guy.
sacks than,
Everybody.
I'm going to go Jerry Rice. I got to go with greatest of all time.
Yeah.
wow.
And at least for now, I'd compare him as well to Diggs.
Yeah.
Dominant receiver, got a good quarterback throwing to him.
Not, the,
Everything you could
not the
be.
fastest guy, but
Right.
a great guy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Great
I
on
like
the
that.
slant.
I like that one. Let's do running back. I've got Jim
Galloping ghost.
Brown, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Walter Payton, O.J. Simpson. Ooh. Yep, I did. I threw it in there.
Can you do OJ and Joe Mixon?
I don't think we can top that one.
Sorry.
OJ and Ray Rice.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, I love watching Bo. When he was at his peak,
Bo, yeah.
he was just one of the best.
Yeah.
Power, speed,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Well, you could do like a Bo. Bo was Derrick Henry's the best running back in the last couple of years. Bo just had like Henry has that like unmistakable. Oh my God, that guy can run that fast. That
Yeah.
shouldn't be possible. Bo was kind of that way too, and especially because when Bo played, the shoulder pads went up above the helmet, so it looked like he had a cardboard box on. And then he would just be gone after running over 10 guys.
Right.
I mean, the Jim Brown thing would be so hard. I mean, that guy did so much in such a short amount of time. And was just so much better than every other player on the field.
Yeah.
Great lacrosse player as well.
Jim Brown? Yeah. Syracuse?
Yep.
I'd go Walter Payton, but I'm really not sure who I would compare him to just because the running game is
So much.
so much less
Yeah.
of a part
Right.
of the NFL game this year.
You could do Peyton and almost a guy like Christian McCaffrey, though, in their ability to, once they get outside and make guys miss.
The game-breaking.
Yeah, and the smooth,
type
like,
of plays.
just smooth.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
How about tight end? This one's going to be tough. Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp, Rob Gronk.
Yeah, I think you could do the Gronk-Kelsey comparison.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy.
And Kelsey is the best tight end playing now, and Gronk might be the best tight end ever.
Mm-hmm.
But you could almost take any one of those and compare them to Andrew's Baltimore team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Antonio Gates. Like, that guy's Andrews can just go up and get anything. Gates was the first, like, I was a basketball player and now I play football and I can do anything because I'm just a freak athlete.
Well, wasn't Gonzalez the same?
Yeah.
Yep. He
Yep.
was a basketball player, wasn't he?
Yeah.
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 I'm pretty sure for a while there that was a prerequisite to be a great tight end.
You had to play basketball first. Just like Lee Smith.
Want to do defensive end?
Sure.
Ooh.
Reggie White,
Yeah.
Bruce Smith, Kevin Green, Julius Peppers.
Kevin Green. Oh, he was
That's a good one, right?
Julius Peppers. Oh,
I love Julius Peppers.
yeah.
I love Bruce Smith.
Yeah, I was going to say, of that list,
Bruce
I gotta go
Smith
with
is
Bruce.
the
I gotta go with Bruce.
But
Is there
what's a comparison for Bruce?
You got to have the
or
size.
even Reggie.
Right.
Right.
It's size and speed and, like, that move. Each had a move, the duck from Bruce.
Maybe the Watts.
Either the Watts or
Either
say-
one of the Watts.
Or the
Watts.
Boses.
Yeah.
I mean, who's the one?
Boses are more slender.
These
I have
families,
Watts
these families are just pumping out defensive ends.
I mean, look at Von Miller. He's one of his best edge rushers in the game, and he's as tall as Jimmer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing against you.
No, he's taller than me. So.
Yeah.
Who's not?
Now, I'd say, though, just for dominating the game, Bruce Smith,
Yeah.
I'd say Aaron Donald. But Aaron Donald is defensive tackle, not an
tackle,
end.
Yeah,
Right.
interior, but yes.
Right, just for domination.
Yep. Domination. The nation of domination. Oh, yeah. Wrestling everywhere.
All right, you want to do? Let's do cornerbacks.
Ooh.
Deion Sanders.
Yep.
Darrell Revis, Mel Blount, Darrell Green.
Dion.
Who do you think I'm going to say?
Who?
Revis?
The Island.
Compare him to Sauce Gardner.
There you go.
Just because
Granted, he's only
they
played
both
4
wear
games,
green.
4 or 5 games, but
Dale Green was so awesome. That guy
right.
was next to Deion. He's the fastest guy to play the position. Every time he would get a pick, he was gone.
Yeah.
And there's a handful. It's kind of like the receiver conversation. Like, there's so many guys at that position that play at an elite level.
Right.
Almost every team has one shutdown corner or a game-breaking corner. Look, Diggs in Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy isn't the best cover corner ever, but the football, he just finds the football no matter where it is. Kind of like Green used to.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the greatest, but he was a hawk.
Well, Dion's going to play a baseball game today. Yesterday was the anniversary of the first time anyone played a football game and then a baseball game.
Deion for Atlanta and Atlanta, right?
Oh, in the same day, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh. I did not know that.
Well,
Wasn't he the guy that called the Giants and said, "Don't bother with me. I know I'm getting taken before the number 10 pick."
yeah.
What a jerk.
Maybe that, well, My stat might have been wrong. Maybe that's what I saw.
Both are correct.
Yeah.
You did it.
All right.
All right, you want to do one last one? Let's do safety. Ronnie Lott, Ed Reed, Steve Atwater, Troy Polamalu.
Oh.
All four. I mean,
Amazing.
yes.
That's
Wow.
a tie.
Wow.
I'm calling a tie.
That's why I saved that one for last.
Anybody,
Those are.
because of the rules, does anybody hit as hard as Ronnie Lott used to?
You're not allowed to.
With as many fingers.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't-
I only have this many.
Reed, I think, might have been.
Atwater was great. Oh, man.
Ed Reed may have been the best all around, though. Just he was everywhere. He could tackle. But it's one of them things like in today's game.
That's recency, yeah.
Yeah, it is a little recency bias. I don't know who you can compare.
Well, I'll flat out say it. The best safety tandem in the league when they're starting is in Buffalo.
So if you put Atwater and Ronnie Lott back there, is it?
Like, yeah.
No.
If
Someone's going to get hurt.
somebody would have died, yeah. No, you're right.
You might die.
Well, that's it for me.
All right. That was awesome. No galloping ghost comments. No, only one YA tittle remark. Otto Graham. Is that who you said, or was it somebody else?
Nope, that's it.
Program.
I got a good memory, I guess. Okay, picks through the last couple weeks. It's a little screwy. I don't think I have the numbers right. Everybody's doing really well except for Jimmer.
You don't have the numbers right.
That's right. Jimmer's down 1 to everybody else.
I
But
was very good last week.
we might as well just make it level and just have Jimmer down 1. He's smarter than all of us at everything else, but at least we can pick games. So we'll start
Let's
picking
go.
with a quarterback who completed his first 17 passes.
Yeah, we forgot the song.
What, did I forget the song? I am such a mess. And I got a lot of sleep last night.
Play my song.
Play the. Play.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for quick picks.
Scott needs the royalties.
I'll tell you what to play.
Play my song.
Kirk Cousins will complete his first 20 passes to start the day today against Miami after completing his first 17 last week. True or false?
True. Why not?
Yeah, okay. Vikings at Dolphins.
I just said true because I'm playing Kirk Cousins in fantasy.
Ah.
All right, Miami is getting 3.5. Minnesota 1-5 against the spread the past 6 road games. Minnesota 0-4 against the spread the past 4 games. But they're on a 3-game winning streak, and I say they make it 4 games. Minnesota.
Who's starting at quarterback for Miami?
Skylar Thompson.
Who the hell is that guy?
He's one of my favorite third-string quarterbacks.
Yep, right up there on that top of the list. Yeah.
My pen is in my bag. I'm sorry
I,
for struggling.
I'll take Minnesota.
I will, too.
Minnesota across the board?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do the old everybody.
It's
thing
hard to
here.
win with a third-string quarterback.
Yeah, no matter who. Right. Ravens at the 4-1 Giants. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah. What the hell?
Giants are getting 5.5. Giants 4-1 against the spread this season, 3-0 against the spread as an underdog. But Lamar Jackson 12-0 in his career versus NFC teams. I'm riding that one. Baltimore.
Yeah, the Giants have won, but kind of lucky. Like they're just they eked a couple of good things out. Baltimore's too good. I got Baltimore.
I'm going to go with Baltimore, too. The Giants beat the Packers, but I don't know what the Packers are this year.
Yeah.
So I'm going Ravens.
I'm going Giants at home is the whole Dable thing and Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley returning back to rookie form. He is awesome. The underrated part of that team, though, is the defense. And I think they're going to be able to shell up enough. And Barkley's going to score his points. I got the Giants at home. Wow. In your face.
I think Jackson's going to have a big game.
Well, I don't.
Big game.
Big game?
Big game.
Big game. Speaking of big game, the Jets and the Packers are playing one today, Jimmer.
Green Bay is giving 7.5. I like this stat. Green Bay has scored 7 or fewer points in the second half in 4 of their 5 games.
Wow.
I like this stat. The Jets have scored 61 points in the second half this year, 3rd most in the AFC behind Buffalo and Kansas City. I don't like this stat. Under head coach Matt LaFleur, Green Bay is 10-0 outright against the spread following a loss. Going Packers.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how the Jets won those games, but they did, and I'm very glad for you. But I think Green Bay is going to walk all over this.
I just don't know. Jimmer, you know
Yes.
what? I'm going to go with the Jets.
All right.
Whoa.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I'm going with the Packers at home. I don't really trust the Packers team like most, but I think.
Wait, this isn't for money, right?
No, wait a second. I'll go with the Packers at home. Sorry, Jim. I mean, wait, you picked the Packers, so
Yeah.
never mind. Game of the day potential: Jaguars at Colts. With the
All
Colts
right.
with like nobody to run the ball, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Colts are giving a 1.5. Colts, first team since the 1995 Chargers to not allow a single point in the fourth quarter through the first 5 games of the season. It's a nice stat, but
Not bad.
But yeah.
Jacksonville is 13-1-1 against the spread versus the Colts since 2015. I'm going with Jacksonville on the road.
Man, they looked so good in the first couple of games, and then, man, it's like they forgot what they were doing.
They got housed by Houston last week.
Yeah,
Not
I don't
housed,
know.
but I mean, they
Well,
lost.
they lost.
I don't know if they
Who
just had
loses
a
to
good,
Houston?
good game plan against them or what, but, man, they just did not look the same as they did in the first two.
Well, I guess the Colts lose
But-
to Houston.
Thank you.
But if there's a get-right game, I think it's the Colts. I'm going Jags.
Oh, wait, you're going Jag. Oh, this is difficult to keep track of.
Well, I'm going to do that thing I usually do.
Ty?
This one's going to be a tie.
All right.
They both stink.
I'm going to go Jacksonville on the road. Frank Reich might be the second coach fired this year with the team they had last
Oh, I
year,
think-
losing at the end of the year.
I think you're right.
They're in rough shape. I'll go Jaguars on the Road. In a surprising turn of events last week, everybody but one picked the Lions to beat the Patriots, and the Patriots embarrassed us all the Lions embarrassed us all by not scoring a point.
Yeah.
Lions and Bears, oh my.
They all stink. Patriots at Cleveland.
All right, Cleveland giving 2.5. Bill Belichick 8-2 outright all time against Cleveland, but I'm going Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't know. That Zappy did pretty well. No, I'm not doing it. Cleveland.
Okay?
I was going to say they're on their third stringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bailey Zappi.
I will never, ever pick the Patriots.
Okay. I'm the other way. I'm not picking the Browns until the place burns into the ground. But
Oh, crap.
Cleveland-
Never mind.
That's right.
I'm going back to the tie.
yep, I like it. I don't mean to. I'm going to piggyback there. I'm going with the tie because I don't want to pick either team. Cleveland also had a very, very good chance to beat the Chargers last week, and the Chargers tried to give it to them, and still got lucky
Here,
and got away
take
with it.
the ball.
Yeah, the fourth down call, some weird crap. Speaking of weird crap, what's up with the Saints last week? Taysom Hill running all over.
He had like 4 touchdowns himself, I
He had a
believe.
60-yarder or a
What?
70-yarder?
Yeah.
He was awesome.
It's too bad I had to start him as a tight end.
Oh, no. Bengals coming off a loss on Sunday night at the Saints.
Saints are getting 3.5. New Orleans 0-4 against the spread the past 4 games as a home underdog. Cincinnati is 2-3, but all 3 of their losses were on walk-off field goals. So I'm going Cincinnati.
That'd be Steelers, Ravens, and who was the other one on a walk-off field goal they lost to?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you better do some
Maybe
research,
it'll be this game. No, I'm taking Cincinnati.
Jim. Okay.
I'm taking Cincinnati, but I don't trust them, man.
Yeah.
Now,
They're probably going to lose, but
I
I'll
think-
take them.
I think New Orleans got a pretty good defense, and they've got some wacky offensive gadgetry, whatever you want to call it, that it's not always going to do great, but maybe it'll work again. I'll take the
I
Saints
think
at home.
Kamara had like 150 rushing last week. Like, it's not like they don't have offensive scheme, but I don't know. Like, I don't trust either of these teams.
No, right. It's kind of
I have no idea.
Quite a gamble.
Exactly.
So I'll just take New Orleans at home just because you guys didn't. Tampa Bay at Pittsburgh. This ought to be good.
All right.
Tampa. We don't even talk about it. Pittsburgh sucks.
Pittsburgh getting 9.5. Pittsburgh's D tied for 3rd most passing touchdowns against. So if you got fantasy, Tom Brady, play him today. But Tampa Bay is 0-3 against the spread the past 4 games. But yeah, Tampa Bay all the way.
Is everybody?
I mean, they're down 3 defensive backs.
Right.
Like, they're not going to be able to cover Tampa.
No.
Tom Brady's going to have a career day. Tampa.
It's a long career to have a career day against.
A career day. That's a big statement.
I know.
I don't know.
That's why I said it.
Oh,
What do you think? What do you think, Josh?
Tampa.
Okay. San Francisco at Atlanta.
Atlanta getting 4.5. Atlanta is the 3rd-ranked rushing offense of the league. San Francisco best against the run, so that's kind of a wash. San Francisco's D, 3rd best against the pass. Atlanta's passing offense, 3rd worst. However, Atlanta is the only team to go 5-0 against the spread this season, but I'm still going San Fran.
I knew you would pick against the spread, Jim.
Yep.
That running game that they implement with Jimmy now running the show is fantastic. Like, they're going to run all over him.
Shanahan's good good scheming coach.
And the players are just so happy to have Jimmy G back in charge.
That's
like,
I can't believe it.
When he went out, those guys were so happy to see him
Ecstatic.
come on the field. Like,
it is though.
it's
exactly
amazing. It's amazing.
Who's Atlanta's quarterback?
it. Marcus
Mariota.
All right, I'll take them.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
I'll take the Niners. The defense is awesome. I mean, it's the Bills' defense and the Niners' defense, and then everybody else pretty much right now. Bosa's awesome. Jimmy G, Debo. I mean, the only thing is with the Niners so far this year, they have struggled against lower talented teams. They play down to a team, but I don't think they do today. I'm going to go with the Niners on the road. Hot Atlanta, he says. Panthers at Rams. Boy, both these teams are kind of oof.
Yeah, Rams disappointment. Carolina's terrible.
Just lay it out there.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Nope.
Rams are giving 9.5. Rams quarterback Matt Stafford, 7 interceptions, tied for the league lead in interceptions. He's got 21 sacks, which was the league, but Washington and Chicago played Thursday night, so Wentz and Fields
And
both
no
have
one
23
watched
now. Rams have scored 1 touchdown in their last 9 quarters. But here come the Panthers. Go Rams.
Yeah, but here come the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean-
Who's that quarterback for Carolina?
P.J. Walker.
I knew it.
Yeah, that team is a mess.
Former XFL star.
They
I'll
both
obviously take the Rams, but it's going to be. I think it's sadly going to be close.
You might be right.
I'm taking the Rams 12-2.
Right?
Writing that one down.
That garbage time safety.
Yeah, the garbage time safety. That's right. I will go with the Rams as well. The interesting thing about the Rams, Cooper Kupp said earlier in the week, when OBJ went out in the Super Bowl, you got a big truck? When OBJ went out in the Super Bowl, it changed their game plan like in the middle of that game, and they still have not been able to adapt to not having him there. So they're in a little bit of world of hurt. Stafford's not say regressing, but it
And
looks
he's
like
coming to the Bills.
who, OBJ or Stafford?
Stafford.
Not Stafford. No, thank you.
We'll find out soon. Cardinals at Seahawks. Woo!
Seahawks are getting 2.5. I'm going to throw an over and under. Over and under is 50.5. Take the over. The last 3 Seattle games, total of 214 points scored. That's an average of a little over 71 points per game.
Wow.
Not including the playoffs, Arizona has won 10 of their last 11 on the road. I'm riding the hot road team, Arizona.
I mean, as Matt Newton always said, Geno Smith is going to be very good. And he is. I take Seattle.
Damn it, Matt. He's always right.
I'm going to have to take Seattle as well because I don't know how they're winning, but they're winning. I'll take them, and I hate that little...
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take Seattle at home as well. But I will also, I'm going to take Jimmer's advice for bonus points that mean nothing. I will also take the over in the game.
All right.
Sunday Night Football, division matchup of doom for everybody, huge Cowboys fans around here, at Philadelphia tonight.
Philadelphia is giving 6.5. Philadelphia is second in total offense, 5th in scoring. But to balance that out, Dallas D, third in least amount of scores against them. And the highest amount scored against Dallas all season is only 17 points, but I'm still going Philly.
I'm rooting for Philly. I think that they probably have the better team, but for some reason I think Dallas is going to pull this out just to like rub it in America's face. So we have to listen to them talk about them for the next 6 weeks.
You know they got that cowboy voodoo going on.
Oh, I hate it.
Hate cowboy voodoo.
So I'm taking Dallas, but with like regret and pain.
Yeah.
Is it in Dallas?
No, it's in
In
Philly.
Philly.
It's in Philly? Well, I haven't watched either team play this year.
How can you not?
I don't know how Philly. Well, I might watch it. Well, whatever.
With one eye open.
I just don't know.
How to really
I don't
judge 'em.
think either team is good. But I'm going to take Philly.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to take Philly at home. Never pick the Cowboys. They might be this year's kind of like Rams, where they're good. They may not be great, but they're beating up people. They're the only undefeated team left in the league.
They are.
Right. I thought you didn't know anything about them.
Well, I see the scores. I pay attention to the scores, Billy.
Well, the game you're really going to pay attention to the score of is going to be Monday night's score. Denver at the Chargers. Always gets crazy when Denver gets going.
Yeah, but Denver hasn't gotten going really at all
Yeah,
this year.
They stink.
Chargers are giving 4.5. We're going to go back to 2000 this time.
Whoa. In the way back.
How old
The
is Billy
NFL
then?
13.
The NFL started tracking red zone touchdown percentage for offenses in 2000. This year's Denver offense, worst ever. Chargers 4-1 against the spread this season. Denver 1-4 against the spread. I'm going Chargers.
Russell Wilson looks terrible.
Oh, God. He looks
Oh, my
like
goodness.
bad.
I mean, because those wide receivers are not bad, and he's not getting it to them.
No, they're good.
Like
They're
Judy
not,
and,
Oh, yeah.
They're good.
and Sutton,
Yeah.
like those guys are good, and like how are they not getting them the ball? Anyways, Chargers.
Ditto.
Ditto. You know, my question would be, if you took Russell Wilson and put him in either Justin Fields or Carson Wentz's place on Thursday night with how bad that game was,
Yeah.
is the outcome any different?
I mean, if we're talking Russell Wilson from 2 years ago, yes.
No, Russell
But
Wilson tomorrow
year,
night.
No,
No. That game probably has no effect on that game whatsoever, and it should. He should be way better than those two guys. But he's not.
I think he's going to get traded to the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, no, trying to reconnect.
Uh-oh.
What button did I hit? Due to poor wireless something, consider moving. I don't want to end. No. Oh. Hang on. See, it worked.
Oh, we're back? All
Did you just
right.
blow into the cartridge?
Works every time. We're back!
For one final game to pick. It's a birthday miracle. Bills at Chiefs, Part 8.
All
Take it
right.
away.
Kansas City is getting 2.5. Josh Allen, 20, 10, and 2 against the spread on the road in his career. Patrick Mahomes, 3-1 outright and against the spread versus Josh Allen. That includes playoffs. However, Kansas City 0-5 against the spread their past 5 conference games. I'm saying another highly entertaining game, but Buffalo 31, KC 28.
You were getting ready to say it, weren't you?
I think that our offense scores a lot. I'm going to go 35, and they get, I don't know, a couple of them. Let's do 14.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's low.
Yes. I'm going to be very wrong, but I've said it.
I think the Bills are scoring 40.
Not a billion?
Not this week.
Okay.
Weak.
And I know, I'm sorry. But they are getting a negative billion.
That's hard to write down. It looks really awkward. Minus
Bill.
billion.
So Bills buy $1 billion plus 40.
I will. The Bills have not scored over 20 points only once this season. That was the Miami loss. And you know, we used to say, you know, if you
back
want to
in the
beat the
day.
Chiefs, you got to score 30 points.
Yeah.
The Bills are scoring 30 points all but 2 games this year. One of them was in a tight matchup. Other than that, with the defensive injuries that they have, that KC has in the secondary, what a week for the Bills to get healthy and the Chiefs kind of to be going the other way.
yeah.
I think that plays a huge part in it. Containing Mahomes is always the big deal. By the way, did you see Von Miller's shirt last week? Brandon Bean, like an airbrush shirt. Oh, it was awesome. Bills by $1 billion. They're going to win. I don't know. I really think they are. Are they going to score?
Yeah.
I was close last week. I said 60-2.
right.
Pittsburgh scored 3. So this week I'm going to go 60-3. One field goal. Garbage time.
Garbage time field goal.
Garbage time
All right.
field goal for the Chiefs. Cool. Go Bills.
Go Bills.